Wow, that is a noisy church we're about to have. There it is. One of the biggest noisemakers in the valley. Hola. Hi guys. Good morning. Good afternoon. I know some of you guys have missed me. It's been a while since I made a video. I needed to take some time for myself, for some stuff that I was going through. And I'll tell you more about that in the coming time. Right now, I am walking towards the dock where I'm joining my class. So I'm currently in that natural building course that I was telling you guys about. And I'm so excited to bring you guys into this. I am learning how to build my own house. I'm learning how to build my own house. I am learning that I don't need a bunch of men to build a house for me. I can build my own house. I'll tell you guys more about that. In fact, I have a lot to share with you guys. And I'm really grateful for this time that I've been taking away from making videos, because it's allowed me to recenter, do some shifting inside. And also, this is an example of, remember when we were talking about the cycles lecture? About sometimes we have to go into darkness, and the more we can really surrender and fully drop into that darkness, especially when it doesn't look good, especially when it doesn't feel good, especially when it's not what you want. That was a lot of what I went through. It was stuff that I didn't want. I didn't want to feel that way, but I let myself fully feel that way. And now I feel like I'm emerging on the other side with a lot of joy, with a lot of perspective, with a lot of new energy, a lot of new ideas. And so I got the impression that a bunch of you guys were worried about me. I think it's interesting how sometimes in our culture it's very curious how we learn to consider or to confuse or to call worry love. Like, a way to love someone is to like worry about them and not necessarily just like trust that they're on their path. So, you know, sometimes I need to go offline, and sometimes I won't be able to let you guys know that that's what I'm doing. Sometimes I won't even be able to let you guys know that I'm okay. I think in that case, what I would really encourage is just like, y'all are some of the most empathic, sensitive humans that I know. And I encourage you just to like tune in to your feeling. Like, if something really bad was actually happening, like, I believe that you would be able to sense a disturbance in the force. But that wasn't happening. You know, nothing horrendously bad was happening. There was definitely some darkness and some shifting, but nothing that anyways, we'll get more into that later. I am trying to catch up with oh my god, the road. What happened to the road? This is the road to my house, and well, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, exactly. If something bad had happened, you would hear about it. In the meantime, just trust and just focus on yourselves. But yeah, I had an experience of something called the fruitful darkness, or the fertile darkness. The fertile darkness is the place where the butterfly grows its wings. And sometimes we need to go into that space without explaining ourselves, without apologizing, without giving other people any sort of reassurance whatsoever. In fact, I was really conflicted. I was like, oh, fuck, should I like report on what I'm going through? Like, I'm going through some stuff right now. Like, should I try to like show up? And actually, I talked to my friend Savannah. I talked to a dear friend of mine, and she was, just relating from her own experience when she was going through, big evolutionary shift in her process. She had to go into some darkness and could not put herself in a position where other people were like interacting. Like, sometimes we have to go into those dark places. Sometimes we have to go into those places where we just feel all the feels and don't explain it to anyone. And that's good. That's valuable. It's valuable. Nice, Holly. Saw that. Yeah, and I think that's really valuable, and I'm happy to also demonstrate that, not just by talking about it, but also by doing it. I knew this woman once who was really trying to advocate for this, like, cell phone free Wednesday or something, and so every Wednesday she would, like, come on and tell people to get off their phones, and it's like, honey, you don't really teach something by just talking about it. You have to, like, do it, you know, like, do cell phone free Wednesday and then reflect on your experience afterwards, but don't try to just, like, convince people what to do with your words. Hola. So we are approaching the dock right now. Normally I'm doing this ride in a tuk-tuk, but I'm just walking downhill, and I'm gonna should be finding all my classmates here. Oh my god, I can't wait to show you the incredible work that we've been doing. We've been building houses, we've been building structures, we've been learning all these different techniques about how to build structures out of earth. I'm getting so many ideas. Hola. I want to build a bajareki bodega. I'm thinking about, for my first little tiny house, it's going to be a light clay straw structure. We'll see. I'm doing a design project for this course, but I think we're like about a week into the class now. It's been so incredible. Definitely a deep process, really going into, like, the elemental nature of our beings and our lives, and it's not something that I can really, like, transmit over video, which is also why it felt really, really good to just not make videos. It felt really, really good to not try to explain anything and just have the experience. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, hi Tammy, I love you. Yeah, thanks for checking in. Yeah, nice. So yeah, amazing. So Tammy, people paying a monthly subscription get half off this month. Actually, no, we still have our bi-weekly Zoom call where we drop in. There's still the container. In fact, the High Vibe Tribe was the only place that I did show up. I did make a video for those guys, so they knew what was going on a few days into it. So yeah, that still feels very integrous. And if you were there, you might know, but you're probably not there, which is why you would say something like that. Nice. Jennifer, how am I going to get there with all the rocks in my road? Is there a different path? Yeah, Jennifer, that's a really good question. There are different paths. I can take the back way behind Casa Curativa. I can take, like, the jungle way down the old dry riverbed. But getting there by tuk-tuk is going to be a thing. So that's really good to consider, that if I want to go anywhere, I have to be willing to walk that road. But it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, exactly. It's so good that we take time for ourselves and have strong boundaries with other people, because people pleasing is an addiction. Showing up, giving other people what, this was also, I'll tell you, this was part of, like, the work that I was doing, was I was just realizing that I have had a tendency to, like, show up in ways based on, like, what I think you guys want. That was not necessarily conducive to, like, my own mental health. Or, like, that wasn't conducive to the general well-being of, like, the ecosystem. And so just realizing the ways that I was, like, showing up, it's an Ashley and a tuk-tuk with her dog. Realizing the ways that I was, like, showing up in a way that was not necessarily the most authentic to my highest self, to my highest, like, emanation as a human and what I want to stand for. And so I had to look at some stuff, I had to look at some patterns, I had to look at some shit, I had to get honest with myself, I had to, like, get really uncomfortable, I had to do some work. So there we go. But I feel like I'm coming out on the other side with a lot of really great, yeah, just You hear that bird? Alright, gotta go. We're getting on a boat. We're going on a field trip today to go see another property. We're learning some different building techniques. Let's just jump up here really quick so I'll give you a quick span of the lake so you can see what we're working with. It is a gorgeous day here in Lake Atitlan. Here's my class. These amazing, beautiful humans. And let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Thanks, guys. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get on this boat. We're gonna go do the thing. We're going to another town on the other side of the lake called Santiago, which is one of my favorite places, which I don't get to very often. So I'll probably make a video from there later. We're gonna have some nice time by the lake, so I will get back to you on that. Okay? Here we go. All right.
I'm ready to go back home.
I love you guys. And I will check in with you later and let you know a little bit more about what's on my heart and what's going on and what I'm excited about and inspired by. And the adventure continues. There's Ashley. She's amazing. Okay, bye.